George Foreman, you're one of how many George Foremans?
I'm one of 8 George Foremans. You have my father, then 5 boys, of which I'm one. I'm the second boy. And so that's 6, including my dad and the brothers. Then number 4 has number 7. And number 5 has number 8. Those are my nephews, but we're all just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So how is that in the household? It's like, George, come to dinner. Like,
it's goofy. It's goofy. We're apparently very big into branding. And so my dad gave me his name and his nickname, and my brother, the 4th, whose nickname is Will, named his son Little Will. The 5th, whose nickname is Red, named his son Little Red. So there's not a lot of thought that goes into it. We just want to make sure that there's always a connection back to who we are.
There are 10 children, and the kids aren't from the same family. Can you talk a little bit about that relationship?
So it's interesting. When I meet other families that have half brothers, they call them, and half sisters and stuff like that, and steps and all that, they talk about them although they're like second-class citizens, and they don't really know each other. In my family, we don't talk about that. And my dad raised us as one pack. So you wouldn't even know who doesn't have the same mother or anything like that, because we don't talk like that. And I owe that to my father. You know, when he was young, he quickly would say, I like you, let's get married. That was his thing. It wasn't so much that he was a bad guy, he would just marry somebody in a heartbeat. And obviously if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. If you read his book, you'll learn about that. But ever since I've known him, he's been a devoted husband, and I've never seen him look at another woman. So that's the guy we grew up with, you know? And also making sure that as often as possible, we call him the mother hen. He always has us at the same dinner table and Thanksgiving, New Year's, and forces us to be around each other. And it's like we were raised under the same house. So I think we're closer than if we had all had the same mother and father.
Interesting.
Because he worked so hard at it, you know? He came from a broken family. He didn't know who his biological father was until he was 27.
Oh.
Hence why he worked so hard. Hence why he branded us all with his name, even some of the girls, so that we would never forget who we are and we would always know each other.
Oh, that's interesting. I often wondered why he did that. For the outside world, don't take this personally, but you could think he's egomaniac.
That's right, yeah.
Right, but you didn't experience that.
No, when he was 27, because he told us his story, when he was 27, he met his biological father. His mom, his brothers and sisters hid it from him. They didn't want to hurt him. And when he met his biological father, he also met his 2 brothers and sisters, 2 sisters. And his father said, oh, those are your sisters, oh, say hi. And he said he just hated that moment. And he said, you know what? You know, in my past life, I've been married a couple times and I've had children. I'm never gonna let that happen to my family. And that's when he kind of made a decision. This is right as he was about to become a minister. And he was like, I'm giving them all this name. So wherever they go, even if they don't like each other, if they hate each other, they know where they come from.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it was really a tough moment for him.
So it was actually heart-driven and not necessarily ego-driven.
Heart-driven, absolutely.
Interesting. And what's that nickname for you?
Monk.
Monk.
Actually, it's Monkey. So my father's nickname is Monkey. His brothers and sisters called him that to make fun of him and to, like, you know, to single him out, and it became his name.
Okay.
He nicknamed me Monkey when I was born, and my aunt said we can't have 2 monkeys, therefore I'm Monk.
Oh, I see. You can't have 2 monkeys, but you can have,
yeah.
but you can have 6.
But you can have 8 Georges.
8 Georges. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What was it like growing up as a foreman?
You know, growing up as a foreman, there was a lot of pressure to be a good person. Was considered a good person. My father's a minister, has been ever since I've known him for about almost 40 years now, since '77. And I was born in '83, so you went to church 4 times a week. You weren't forced, religion wasn't forced on you, but to be a decent human being, that was always kind of a standard that we were held to. You weren't supposed to get in trouble. We didn't talk about race. We talked about people, human beings. The worst thing you could say in the household wasn't a 4-letter expletive. It was calling someone white or black. And so that's like, being a decent human being was what my dad focused on. Outside the household, there was always a lot of pressure to be the best at whatever you did. If you were playing football, they expected you to be better than everybody. If you were giving a speech, and so there was that pressure, but you know, that's life. The last thing I would say is, the good part about it was that you, everywhere you went, you had a reputation to maintain, not so much one to build, which can be a double-edged sword, but it was nice when you go into a room, people automatically think you're a good person, or expect you to be a good person, will hold you to that standard, because your dad is one.
Interesting. That pressure as a child, I was talking with my daughter and my son, and they talked about the pressure that they felt to try to be like me, or to try to, and it wasn't, and it sounded as if that pressure was pretty intense and it could create some other issues. Did you struggle with that as well?
Yeah, you struggle because, you know, if you're an entrepreneur or you're a football player or any of those things, you chose that life. As growing up with a father who's a kind of a larger-than-life celebrity, quote unquote, especially relative to you as his child, you didn't choose that. It was chosen for you by the people who, by the outside world and by your parents. And the fact that you have to maintain that, or try to, or even live up to it, makes it more appetizing to be anti that.
Right.
It's kind of like the thing you can't have, you want it more. And so there's always that struggle. And but at some point you grow up and realize that you like being the person that people want you to be. But when you're young, it's like,
One of the things that we talk about a lot at Heart Beings is feeling like you're enough, or that you're good enough. When you have such a father figure, did you doubt at any point in your life whether or not you were good enough, or that you could be good enough? And if so, how did that turn around for you?
For me, I never doubted, because now I'm speaking for myself. I just always was really happy with what I was, because I'm kind of an introverted person, so I don't really want to be bothered with the outside world that much anyway. That's my natural thing, you know? So I'm different from everybody. So I'm not very externally motivated.
Okay.
I think, you know, the more extroverted siblings I have, it can be a little irritating, but we all grow to enjoy it. It's a positive thing at the end of the day, very positive. Our dad's George Foreman, who's a minister and loved by many. How can you not like that?